Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, Liz, how are you?
Well, other than it being rainy and windy and a little chilly, we're having a great time at the beach.
Yep. Yeah, it's I think there's a gnat in here. Yeah, it's been way cooler than we thought. Hello, Lisa. How are you? And I don't know who else is on here. All right, hold on a second. I gotta go.
Hey, Thomas. You like our lovely beach decor in the background? I mean, this place is decked out.
Yeah, this is
Hey, Mark and Katie.
this is a little more interesting condo that we've stayed at. It's got got a lot of
I think every little space on the wall is taken up with something.
everything that they found. But I don't know what's going on. It's like 62
Yeah.
here
Windy.
and windy, very windy, and the surf is crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not much of a beach trip, but that's all right.
We're still chilling.
Yep.
Enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
We're not at home, so
Yeah. So, Thomas,
Reiser.
yeah, I saw you were in Indiana, in Indianapolis today, Thomas. I saw that Barnes and Noble. So I'm sure it was good to get out of Illinois for a minute. Katie, how are you? How is San Francisco? Hello, Derek. So what's means to travel drinking tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, we're being lame.
We are.
I'm drinking a Sprite Zero, and Trace is drinking a sparkling ice pomegranate blueberry.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but anyway,
we know there's a little glare, but this light.
Yeah, our lighting. This is not the perfect setup. I mean, yeah, it's actually kind of funny, y'all. Liz, you'll appreciate this.
I don't know.
Show them the stool.
Yeah.
So here's the counter, and literally y'all cannot see.
You can't see, but
this is the stool.
These are the stools.
And Mark Finley, it might work for you and Nick, but if Trace sits there,
I mean, I'm literally
the counter
like
is up to here on her.
I'm like, can I have my cookie now?
Yeah. So it's pretty funny. Hey, Scorpio Sue. Trip is great. Charleston was
awesome.
Wonderful. We loved it. Hot. I mean, and I would say it was 65% open.
Yeah.
As we got closer to the weekend, more of the stores were opening, more of the restaurants were open. But there were still things like a lot of the plantation houses, you could only go on the grounds. They weren't doing tours inside, which was kind of a bummer.
Some of the museums
were closed.
We're still closed.
But, all in all, it was great. And we're doing kind of a weird route. We went to Charleston first, but now we actually have my sister with us. So we went and got her and drove north to the Outer Banks. We're here for a week. Then we're going to drop her off. She lives about 3 hours from Savannah. So we're going to drop her off and then go to Savannah for a week.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be in Nashville. We have to be in Nashville anyway for some doctor's appointments. And so we're going to finally do our Nashville series since we haven't done that. We've had people ask us. So Liz says, just got back from an outdoor restaurant. You had a White Claw and Derek had a vodka soda. Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, how are you? Hey, Alan, how are you? Eric, hey, how are you? How's Louisiana? I'm sure it is warmer than it is here right now.
Yeah. Probably about like Charleston was.
Yeah, Charleston was, it's just that humidity, which I guess I've been in Indiana too long.
Yeah.
It was a little crazy.
Yes, Liz, the
stool is,
I wish I could show you what it looks like.
It is just, but hey, it works. We're right on the beach. Everything's great. 3 weeks until we start a trip. Hope things, I know. Yeah, Mark, we've been watching to see. and sadly, Thomas said Indianapolis would rub it in, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate that. So, one of the things, and I posted this on our, on the superheroes group, you can find sanitizer pretty much everywhere. But what we've noticed is that probably masks are only being worn about maybe 50% of the time. And so, we've got masks, we've got them all over the place, and we're putting them on and wearing them. And of course, I can't tell you how much hand sanitizer we've gone through. Actually, I scored this morning. I'll show you guys. I was so happy. Because tell them why I had to go this morning.
Well, so her sister is a big coffee drinker. So last night when we got in, thank goodness, she wanted to fix her some coffee. So, she's messing with the coffee pot. And she's like, it's not working. And I'm over there messing with it. They had a manual on it and it still was not working. And you just don't know what this woman is like if she doesn't have a coffee in the morning.
Very true.
So it was a good thing it happened last night because we knew beforehand instead of this morning. But so she went to 4 stores last night looking for a coffee pot. Couldn't find one. So we figured out how to kind of rig it up for this morning. But then she got up before everybody else and realized that it just wasn't going to work. And so she was out at Walmart early this morning.
Yeah, we figured. We kind of rigged it enough to get kind of a cup this morning, and that's all it was. But it was enough for me to get awake and say, "Okay, I'm going to Walmart." So I went to Walmart last night, and they weren't supposed to close till 8:30, but it was 8:20, and this was after I'd already been to 3 other stores, but they weren't letting anybody in. But when I was there, y'all, look at this thing of hand sanitizer. It was the last one there, and it was $5.97 for 60 ounces. And so,
she scored.
I snatched it up.
That was her favorite item
it
from
was.
Walmart.
But they do have hand sanitizer everywhere, but not. A lot of it's more liquid because a lot of the distilleries are making it, which is fine. We just like the gel a little bit better.
Yeah.
And the small, it's. $6 is what a little bitty thing is costing at like the convenience stores and stuff. Yep. So anyway, so we bought that, but yeah, we've seen only about 50% of people wearing masks. We're wearing masks. We're using the hand sanitizer. We really didn't see them in Charleston doing the every other table thing or anything like that.
No,
but here
we've seen it. Well, we just ate at that one place.
Yeah, but they had every other table.
But it was, every other
so
table.
They were separate, so you weren't getting that close to other diners. So they are, I guess, maybe at only 50% capacity. So let's see. We've got some questions here. Let's see. Indianapolis. Oh, Scorpio Sue, are we filming content too?
We are.
Yes, we've got a ton from Charleston. We hope our plan was to film a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of history here in the Outer Banks. Yeah. And of course the horses and all that, which is one of the reasons we brought the Jeep this trip so we could go up to that area. But right now the weather does not. It looks like maybe Friday will be a
day
beach
before
day.
we leave.
Yeah. No, we leave Sunday.
Oh, we leave Sunday.
So it looks like maybe Friday, but every other day it's going to rain. And today it was just pelting rain.
Yeah.
The pelting rain. Just... So we'll kind of see how that goes. But yes, we definitely have some from Charleston. And as long as the weather cooperates, we'll have some here. And then
definitely
Savannah as well.
And Nashville.
In Nashville. We're going to do a lot in Nashville. Yeah, because even, the rain, if it's just rain and it's not horrible and not storming, we would still get jackets. Yeah, we would still get out in it. But the wind, you would not, I don't know that we could ever get the audio to work with that. So Eric says it's 90 in Baton Rouge and feels hotter. Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
In Illinois.
And mask more than Indiana. Yeah. Donna says screw the mask. So are you saying just don't wear the mask or just don't go out, or what are you thinking there, Donna? I don't know. We're wearing them, but I guess everybody has their opinion. There are some places I know in Indy even that you cannot go in without masks.
And there were quite a few places in Charleston like that.
Yeah, you had to put the mask on to go in. Even one of the smaller museums we went into, you couldn't go in without a mask. So Finley's, I'm sure you have masks. Just make sure you take them with you, because some places will require it on your trip.
Yeah.
Nick, so
we are in the Outer Banks.
Oh my goodness. Sorry about that.
Go answer that.
That was Keely.
I know. Don't you think maybe I ought to answer it?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, that was my daughter calling.
Sorry.
Okay, so Nick, we are in the Outer Banks. We are in the northern part, close to Southern Shores and Duck. So the where the horses are is maybe 20 miles from us or so. We've been here before, but we stayed south in Hatteras Village, so we decided to do this end, which is, you know, a little more commercialized, but we really did it to be close to you know, where the horses are, where you can drive on the beach and you can spend the beach day there and all that, as long as you get a permit. So we are in the Outer Banks right now. And yes, Alan, coffee in the morning. I mean, like I said, we rigged it up enough for me to get kind of a cup this morning. It was enough to get me awake enough to say, I've got to go find this coffee pot and get it done. So, hey, Darian, how are you? Coffee is so important. It is. It is. And, you know, I didn't even start drinking coffee really till later in my 30s, which was, you know, just a few years ago. But I have to have my coffee now. Darian, thank you that you're enjoying the videos. I'm assuming you're talking about the RVing ones. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, I've missed a lot here. Everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mark is telling Thomas he's glad he had a good day. Scorpio Sue saying yes to coffee being important. Means to travel. Okay, we didn't mention this the other week, but maybe it's a road trip. Instant coffee in case there's no coffee maker. You know what's so funny, Liz? And again, I think this is what for us. I think we said it. We might not have, because we haven't done it on a video. We didn't do a live stream. When we got to Charleston, we both felt really awkward because because we don't travel in the U.S. anymore. You know, which I mean, I think that's maybe the good news that comes out of all this is that we do get to support more local businesses and all that. Even though it's sad we can't. You know, we all want to travel other places and we can't travel everywhere we can, but it felt really strange to be traveling domestically. So when we travel internationally, we always take some instant coffee or instant cappuccinos with us because you never know.
Yep.
So at least we get like one cup in while we're getting up and getting dressed in the morning, and then we'll go to a cafe or whatever. We always have it with us. Do we have any on this trip?
No.
No. So yeah, you're right. It absolutely should be. I think I just need to keep an emergency stash in my backpack with me like 24/7, 365. Because I really need it that badly. Yeah. Thomas said tried to find without success Clorox wipes. Yes. So that's gonna bring us to a couple of things. Again, hand sanitizer is plentiful. I found today at Walmart, I did find paper towels, but you're limited to one pack, whether that one pack is one roll or 8 rolls or whatever you can find. Is the same with toilet paper. Now, we did actually bring toilet paper with us. Yeah. But we didn't, I think we brought one roll of paper towels.
One roll.
But I found like a 2-pack that I bought. There were no Clorox wipes or anything like that anywhere to be found. That's why I couldn't believe I found the sanitizer there in that size bottle. But we did bring like some antibacterial cleaning. It's a spray, and so we're just using towels or paper towels to wipe it up. But Clorox wipes, the handy wipes or whatever they're called, wet ones.
Wet wipes. Yeah.
We're not finding those anywhere. I found an old container that we had, I don't know, from one of our travels of this. So this is kind of all we've got of that, and then the hand sanitizer, but we brought that from home. So yeah, I mean, make sure you take your mask. You're going to find hand sanitizer, but you will use way more than you think you're going to use.
You will.
And that's even with us. I mean, pretty much everywhere we went, at least in Charleston, every restaurant, every store, hotel, museum, they all had hand sanitizer out. And every time we had the opportunity to use somebody else's hand sanitizer, we did. And we still went through a bunch.
Yeah,
a bunch.
We did.
So
you just don't
don't
realize it. And then, you just touch something and it's like, oh, well, you got to use the hand sanitizer.
Yep. Okay. And Liz is saying, happy Monday to everybody. Oh, hello, Jocelyn. Hello, Jocelyn. We are looking very forward to doing a live stream on your channel Wednesday. So exciting. Nick says lots of hand sanitizer, 2 big 32-ounce bottles. Yeah, I mean, you will use a ton of it, Nick.
Yeah,
a ton.
If they have it out, use theirs.
Use theirs, absolutely. And don't forget, when you're like pumping gas, to make sure you have some gloves that you can just throw away as soon as you're done pumping, because those things are that's just
nasty.
Hard to, yeah. Liz is telling Thomas she hopes everything went well for him. Yeah, I think he had a little surgery, so I think he's doing better since he got out of the house. So that's awesome. Also for you superheroes, I don't think I'm telling anything that she wouldn't want told. I got a text from Laura, who's musings at midlife, and I guess one of her her favorite cousin, passed away very unexpectedly.
Oh, okay.
Because she was letting me know she wasn't going to be on tonight. So you guys keep her in your thoughts. That's all the details I know, but she said it was her favorite cousin and it was very sudden and unexpected. So, make sure and think of her.
That was Mark writing.
That was Mark right. Oh, that was me writing, not Jocelyn. Oh, okay, Mark.
Sneaky.
Yes. Too many channels to keep up with there, Mark. But hello and welcome.
Yes.
And Mark, you do not at all need to be jealous of us right now. If you saw the beginning of this when we were talking about what the weather was like, we've literally been inside all day.
Yep.
The rain was pelting. It woke me up about 2:30 this morning, just slamming against the
waves
side of the condo.
Outrageous.
The waves are probably, I would say they're at least 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Maybe 12.
Yeah.
They're huge.
They're huge.
It's way too rough. We did see some kite surfers out there for briefly yesterday afternoon, and we've seen nobody today.
Yeah.
Hi, it's made pimento. So Mark Finley, you made pimento cheese. Listen, I have something I didn't tell you. I heard this on the radio here.
No.
Not Mark Finley, but Mark Walters. I mean, maybe Mark Finley too. They are offering pimento cheese at Bojangles now, so you can get pimento cheese to put on your Bojangles biscuits. Just so you know, because I know you like your Bojangles. So when you hit ATL, make sure you get some pimento cheese too. Yeah. Mark says, have tons of masks to bring with us, doing a straight shot trip later this summer to, Yeah, I mean, that's, every place we've stayed, we've had, we're doing a full kitchen and everything like that where we can cook. And I mean, obviously this is a condo, but even when we stayed in Charleston, where we're staying in Savannah, we did go out to eat in Charleston because
that's what you do in Charleston.
Yeah. But, we did mask up, obviously not when we were eating, but, it's different, guys. I mean, it's very different and there's very different rules. I mean, even today at Walmart, I don't even think I told you this when I got there was a guy outside who made me stop and wait until the person in front of me got their buggy and
walked in.
so that, so social distancing would be kept. So it's different. It's just, be a little more patient. I mean, if they're letting less people in restaurants, then if it's a popular wet restaurant, your wait's going to be longer. Yeah. I mean, that's,
Well, they did that when we went to the Fort Sumter Museum.
That's right.
We had to wait.
We had to wait because they only allowed so many in the building at a time.
And they had one way in and one way out.
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, those are the kinds of things we're seeing. Again, just make sure you always have your mask with us. I mean, we've got about 3 or 4 different kinds. And so, we're always just sticking them in our pocket, or we've got them on the console in the car. So anytime we can get out, we can throw them on. And, for us, we think it's the right thing to do. That's our decision. There are people who, at least half the people, are not wearing them. But for us, we feel like that's
the thing to do.
It's the thing to do. So,
and anymore, I noticed, when this all first started happening, and we would have to go to the store or whatever, it was like, oh my gosh, you gotta wear the mask. And you had some people that, were like looking at you like you were crazy. But now traveling with people wearing masks and you're wearing, it's just like nobody even pays attention anymore.
They don't. But what's weird is, because we're in the South, and I'm from the South, and we're friendly, and so we say hi and good morning and all those things. We, when you walk past somebody, if you smile or whatever, you don't think about it, but they can't tell you're smiling at them.
Not
and you
really,
can't tell you're smiling. I mean, so it's kind of
weird. Difference in your eyes.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird. Thomas says medical well, and I totally get that, Thomas. I mean, obviously, if you can't wear a mask for other reasons, then, Eric won't do anything physical with it. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I mean, and depending on what kind, that's one of the reasons we have so many, is because the first ones we bought are really good, and they're the N95 rated, but they were so hot and so hard to breathe. And for those of you that wear glasses, I mean, my glasses constantly are fogging up, and I don't know if I just am not getting it tight enough on my face, but it's hard. Yeah. I mean, it gets hard. So, let's see. Mark Finley's telling Mark Walters must be confusing to have 3 YouTube logins. That is why I busted out to Indianapolis today. You busted out to Indianapolis because you were feeling good, or for medical reasons? I'm not sure. I mean, either way, I'm glad you got to do it, and I'm glad you're doing well. I'm not sure what you're saying there. Let's see. Oops. Where did I go? Oh, sorry, Laura. I hope I wasn't telling anything. I see Laura's on here. Sorry. Hope I wasn't saying anything I wasn't supposed to. Where are we?
We missed a lot.
We missed a lot. There we go. Y'all know that jump that happens. Deborah J. Hey, ladies. This could help you on your travels.
I don't see anything. Yeah. Is there supposed to be something there?
I don't know.
If so, we're not seeing it.
All right. Katie is asking. Sorry, guys. We got a little bit behind there. Were there lots of people on the road?
I'd say yes.
Yeah. I mean, more so than we expected, for sure.
Probably not as many as normal this year, but still.
I would say that's true around Charleston, but here coming to the beach. So, turnover days, either Saturday or Sunday, usually at beach towns. And I mean, we definitely hit the bumper to bumper turnover day traffic coming in here. I would say, and I can tell you, because we waited kind of last minute trying to figure out what the right thing to do was. And so that's how we ended up with this lovely condo, because it was pretty much the only thing left that wasn't, $9,000 a week. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Katie, I guess it depends on where you're going, but for places like to the beach, I think it's pretty much at normal capacity, which is probably why things are going to start going up. So,
And obviously, like we said, we haven't actually seen people on the beach because it's been raining.
Yeah.
But so as far as the beach itself, I don't know if it's going to be crowded or.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
We'll
know.
have to wait and see.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, we will for sure let you know. Michelle says they have several different styles of masks to take with them, which is great.
Yep.
Masks, sanitizers, take some toilet paper and paper towels just to have it, at least to get you started.
Yep.
Mark Finley said coffee stunts the growth, never had a cup.
Well,
That's
so much for that.
So Mark's saying when they drove to his parents, it was more fall traffic, not summer. And I don't know if are you saying there's usually more traffic, Mark, I assume, to your parents? Thomas doesn't like coffee. Mark Walters is saying his friend in Utah at a resort has 85% occupancy and all flights were full and using middle seats.
Well, that's kind of scary, but
Yeah, I thought they were blocking them off.
I did too.
Huh. Laura, sorry, I saw you were on here. So I did, let everybody know why you weren't going to be here. So I'm glad you decided to join us.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you and definitely thinking about you and your family.
Yes.
And coffee equals no murder is so true. And I can also share with you all, not only do I have to have my coffee, I don't really want to talk to you until I've at least had my first cup.
Don't even try and talk to her.
Just let me just enjoy my coffee.
I mean, the most you could say to her is good morning and then just let it go with that.
Yeah, I just I need a minute. And she has an uncle who I think talks 24/7. And her aunt and her uncle stayed with us one weekend, and
and
it got kind of rough.
He's a morning person, and he doesn't drink coffee.
Mm-mm.
So he got up and he was just all ready to go and talking, and so now it's an inside joke.
Yeah,
with those two.
Yeah, don't talk to me before I've had my coffee.
Yeah,
because we even went camping. Like we did. They have a family reunion, but we were camping at the same campground. And they were a couple of sites over from us. And I think he call or text or something to make sure I'd have my coffee before.
For me to come over now?
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta have my coffee. So Eric Brown is saying Bowling Alley just opened a week ago and started the league back this week, and that's in Baton Rouge. So that's interesting, Eric. Are they I mean, obviously you're in the league, so I'm sure you have your own ball and all that. But like, are they doing the regular lane rentals and ball?
Like open bowling?
Yeah. I'd be curious because that would be tough.
Or every other lane or something.
Yeah, but I mean, how are they? I mean, are they sanitizing all the balls or?
I don't know. That'd be kind of.
Yeah, Eric, tell us how they're doing that. Walters doesn't like coffee. Wow.
No, they're a tea.
That's right. You like tea. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Laura says she's wimpy. She uses creamer and stevia. Well, we use milk and sugar. Yeah. So, our coffee's a little more on the blonde side.
Yeah.
So, emergency stash of Reese's peanut butter eggs. Just found 2 hidden ones that Jocelyn forgot about, so gave it to her. It sounds like Trace. She loves her Reese's.
Oh, I do. And now we've found the Reese's Thins.
Oh yeah.
And oh my goodness. I mean,
yeah, because I'm not a huge. I will eat peanut butter. It's not that I hate peanut butter. I just am not like the peanut butter fan that most people are. I know it's weird, but the Thins I really like because it's
not as much peanut butter.
It's just the right ratio, so it's not so peanut buttery. It doesn't get stuck in the roof of her mouth. So,
but yeah, I mean,
the Thins are awesome.
They are good. Of course, you probably eat more of those than you should at one time, but
yes,
than you would a regular Reese's cup.
Yes.
Still, they're good.
And Eliza's saying that Derek basically refuses to drive anywhere with coffee at the ready. Well, I'm pretty much the same way. I mean, at least
in the morning.
in the mornings. In the afternoons, I can't, because I'm old. I can't drink coffee past about 2, or I'll be up all night. So, Scorpio Sue, need my Italian sweet cream coffee mate. We've had that, and it's very good. And oh gosh, there's a couple of them. They make a caramel macchiato. There was
the pumpkin spice when they have the.
I like pumpkin spice in the fall. There's a couple of them, but I have had the Italian sweet cream, and it is really good. Let's see. Grocery by Us. They had private label. Had private label wipes in packets of 20, but like a random dump of them, not like sorted or anything. I question their. Yeah, that's like some of the stuff you're finding on Amazon right now, Mark. I mean, who knows if they're really, which is again why I was so excited to find the hand sanitizer that I found, because some of the stuff,
some of them may not have seen it. You better show it to them.
They've seen it. I know this is like my best purchase of this entire trip. Anyway,
$5.97.
Yep. Anyway, I do question some of it myself, Mark. So I agree with you. Where would you like to go when it is safe to travel, John? So, John, we are traveling right now. We're at the beach.
We didn't fly.
We did not fly. Yes, I would be nervous about flying right now anywhere. So everything we're doing right now, John, is going to be car trips, and it will be places where we can cook our own meals and do that sort of thing. And just trying our best to wear our mask when we should, and sanitizing, and using hand sanitizer and all that. So that's what we're doing right now, John. I don't know. After this trip, when we go back home, we know we're going to be home for at least about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Based on the numbers I'm seeing right now, we may not be going anywhere
the rest of this year.
Yeah. But if we can travel, if we feel like we can do it reasonably, safely, it will still be by car this year.
Yeah, nothing internationally this year.
Nothing international. And probably this fall, probably less populated areas, so probably out west is what we would be looking at. Alan A is asking Mark how old those eggs are.
Maybe you were meant to find them and eat them.
That's right, Mark. Maybe it was on purpose. And then Mark Finley's telling Mark Walters that he's the best husband ever, making everybody look bad. And then Liz is telling Eric Brown, well, nice. I think that's for the bowling alleys being open. League bowling sounds fun. I miss that stuff. So this one, she is. I don't know how. Oh gosh, it's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's probably been about 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah, because you did that temporary. Well, tell them.
Yeah, I mean, I bowled in leagues, and especially in Nashville. And then when we moved to Indy, I wanted to keep it up, and I did get in a league, but I was kind of like a sub, so it wasn't like every week. But I haven't.
But you quit that because we were traveling.
Yeah, we were traveling, so I just kind of quit that. But yeah, it's been probably at least 2 years.
Yeah,
since I've.
Yeah, but she'd bowled for years in leagues.
I'd go to tournaments and
had
fun.
Reno and
went to Reno,
Tulsa,
all kinds of places. Charlotte.
Yeah,
Detroit.
for the national women's.
Yeah.
I went to Reno with her. I don't bowl. Well, I've tried. I can't. So if you guys don't know, I'm left-handed, but I do a lot with my right hand. And I think a lot of left-handed people do, because honestly, so many things are just built for right-handed people.
And I can't use my left hand for squats.
So sometimes, and I've kind of messed up my left shoulder. And so sometimes I do things with my right hand. So when I bowl, I have no real form anyway, but I couldn't get a consistent one if I tried, because sometimes I'll bowl with my left hand and sometimes I'll bowl with my right, and it just
She does better with her right hand.
I do. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of weird.
So yeah, I miss it too, though. I miss bowling.
Okay, so Mark is saying Jocelyn bought a reusable set of wipes here where you make your own solution. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And I've seen where you can make your own. I mean, we have like the bottles of you can use Pond Sol, you can use other stuff and use like what are those called? The handy wipes or whatever.
Yeah.
So we've seen that. And so we have at home, we have a lot of the different liquid cleaners. We're just running out of like Lysol wipes, which is something we just use all the time anyway. Just quick cleanups on the counter. But so Lisa's saying don't have a limit on anymore on paper towels or paper. I think it's supposed to be toilet paper.
Yeah. But no spray Lysol.
No spray Lysol, but is she saying
Clorox?
I don't know what she's saying. That's my sister. I don't know.
I think she's saying she can get Clorox and Lysol wipes.
Oh.
But no spray Lysol.
Interesting. And then Mark is saying spray Lysol. Forgot about that. I've not seen it, and no gloves. So Mark, you can get gloves on Amazon. We've ordered them a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Although, there's this whole thing about whether to use gloves or not, unless you're just touching one thing and then throwing them away. If not, you're spreading stuff.
Which is basically when we get gas, that's what we use our gloves for. Yeah,
we've been using it basically.
And then we just throw them away.
But they do have plenty on Amazon fairly reasonably now because we have ordered more. As far as the gloves go, spray Lysol, I thought I was going to get it on my last grocery order. And then, of course, they were out of stock. It said they had it and then they didn't. We've got like 3 little like travel size spray that we had taken with us on our last trip. So that's all we have. So we've been kind of using that sparingly, but Nick is saying, well, his mouth is watering thinking about getting to Tri-Carey's barbecue in Nashville in August. I know, Nick, I'm really hoping we can make that work so we can be there. Either way, you'll just have to remind me as we get closer so I can make sure and let Carrie know when you're going to be there so you can meet him. I mean, he's kind of hard to miss because he's probably going to be the only guy there, without a leg, but a
real leg.
Real leg. Yeah. But you'll love it. And I hope, and I know the Finley said they're going to try and stop in Nashville as well, but it's a quick drive through. So depending, although I know that Mark thinks that, Tennessee doesn't have real barbecue. Only Texas does.
Yeah.
But, and actually she has a cousin who has a barbecue place in Nashville as well. If we haven't told you guys that.
Yeah. It's outside of Nashville.
It's outside. It's in a Western suburb, and he does brisket where Carrie doesn't do brisket at Peg Leg Porker. Now, when he opens up his second restaurant, he will be doing that. So, but yes, Nick, for sure. You're going to love it. And it's a great area. It's a great place he's got a bar that overlooks a patio that overlooks downtown Nashville.
Great views.
Great views. Great place to grab a drink, a beer.
A lot of fun to people watch.
A lot of fun. Yeah. It's a fun place.
Kathy, I use large Clorox wipes to pump gas and touch pay pads.
So so here's something interesting, and I know it seemed like a gimmick, and Trace laughed at me when I bought them, but we used it. Talking about,
I don't know what she's talking about.
This thing.
Oh yeah.
So you guys have probably seen this on your Facebook ads or something, or if you were scrolling through Amazon looking for sanitizer. So this thing, they make different versions. This, you're supposed to be able to use this as a hook to open doors, and then you can use this part or this part to punch buttons. So we've used that on like elevators and keypads.
We used to open some doors.
That's what I said, open doors and keypads. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of big, but they're on Amazon. They kept coming up as ads for me as I was looking for, sanitizing and cleaning supplies. So I bought them, and we did use them. And if you have to use a keypad, I would also, this is another great thing that reminded me of. If any of you have the ability, like maybe if your credit card and or your debit card is older, even though it's not expired, if the company is now offering the tap
The tap.
tap to pay. Yours is here.
Yeah.
So I'll cover that part up. But if your card has that emblem on it, you can use wherever it is. I can't. Sorry. I honestly, I'm
It's
not
right
coordinating
there.
right there. That looks kind of like a Wi-Fi signal or whatever. You can use that as tap to pay, and it seems that more and more registers are taking those.
Yep.
Of course, if you use like Apple Wallet or whatever, we don't use Apple Wallet. I don't like having our financial stuff stored there. But to use that as just a tap to pay has been really, really nice, because then you don't have to touch any buttons. You don't have to touch the machine. You just take your card and
and
they don't touch your card.
Yeah, but also talking about, because like I said, mainly we just use gloves to get gas.
Yep.
For the gas pumps and stuff, and obviously touching the screens and whatever. But another option, if you can't get gloves or find gloves, if you have a bunch of those plastic bags hanging around,
Oh yeah, like
you can
Kroger
use the
bag
plastic
or
bags
Walmart
as
bags.
a glove, basically, and then you can just throw it away. So
That
that's
makes
another
sense.
option. Or baggie.
Except for plastic bags suck for the environment, but
Well,
so
they do,
so
but,
do the plastic gloves, I guess, or whatever they are.
Kinda,
Yeah.
Right now, at this time, you got to kind of.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And Kathy, if you found large Clorox wipes, I want to know what your secret is, because nobody else here can find them. And then Laura's saying she's on here. Love you guys. Let's see. I missed the weather part. Sounds like yikes. Yeah, Mark. It's not fun.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Mark. We're at. So we went to Charleston, then we went down to pick up my sister in Georgia to bring her up for a week. She's never been up here, and so we're doing the northern end of Outer Banks. We've stayed in the southern end before, but never the northern end. And when we take her home, she's about 3 hours from Savannah, and then that's when we're going to do our Savannah part. But yeah,
not much beach weather.
I mean, I think it was like 17-mile-an-hour winds, which is nothing for the Midwest, but that would be a lot. Normally, we go to like 30A around Destin and that area on the Gulf. I mean, so much so that we've literally been in long pants all day, and we've got some lightweight pullovers, almost marked like the black one that you wear all the time is what mine's like, that we've had to wear outside.
Yeah, because it's been chilly.
Yeah. So
it's been chilly.
Sounds like Michigan, Thomas says. Well, I've never been to Michigan.
No.
You have?
Yep, Detroit.
Yeah. I don't know what the weather was like there. Scorpios, they're all condolences to Laura. Pimento cheese on Bojangles. I told you.
There is a silver
See,
lining.
I mean, even before my coffee this morning, Mark, I'm driving along and I hear this ad for Bojangles and pimento cheese, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to remember to tell them on the live stream.
Scorpio soup, pimento cheese would be good on a flip flop.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, let me tell you that if some of you may not have seen it, some of you may have, but when she posted that video and we had that pimento cheese on the pork rinds.
Yeah, if you guys saw our did we put it on the Facebook group?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a strange comment. Well, Trace had never had boiled peanuts before.
Yay for the win.
Matter of fact, y'all,
I got me some more at the
she
gas
got
station.
some more at the gas. She got Cajun ones at the gas station, but I didn't really care for those.
Good.
They were too mushy. The ones we got at the restaurant were not, but she was so happy because she likes spice, and then
I was mowing down on them. I wasn't even offering.
She got her can at the grocery store, and she literally took a towel out, laid it on the little desk, and she was
hotel
over there. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she's just over there, just.
And then so I've even been looking up recipes on how to do it myself.
Boiled peanuts, yeah. So I mean, obviously it's easy, right? It's peanuts and salt water, but we were reading about people putting like Old Bay seasoning in it and all kinds of different seasonings. So
spices, whatever. So
we'll have to try that out. But
I'll let you know how it goes.
But yes, the pimento cheese and the pork rinds was just as strange
But
combination,
it was good.
but it worked. And their pimento cheese had bacon in it.
Yep, bacon.
So that was kind of interesting. So it was fun. That was a fun little snacky meal.
Yeah.
But yes, Scorpio Sue, I'm with you. I love pimento cheese, and it's just not really a thing in Indiana. I don't know about in Illinois, you guys that are in Illinois or where the Minnesota, I don't know. Is pimento cheese a thing there? Like, can you buy it in the store, or I'm just curious because that was one of the things that really surprised me when we moved to Indy. Packing a lot of food to take with us to cook and film Jocelyn's cooking. Yes, you have to eat out in Charleston. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, we did have some stuff, like sandwichy stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we did eat out there. Now here, we got in last night and the condo wasn't ready, so we did go eat. It was just a pizza restaurant, but then we picked up groceries last night as well, and we won't be going out to eat here at all. I don't think. No. I mean, if we do anything, we'll go to like a seafood mart and bring it home, but that's probably it.
Yeah. Mark Finley, I'll have many Bojangles, Mark.
That and Cookout and Portillo. I can't say it.
Portillo.
See,
now I can't say it.
We know, you know what we mean.
You mean what we know.
Mark is telling Scorpio Sue she cracks him up. Sounds like social distancing we are doing in Illinois. We were doing in March and April. Are you talking about the stuff here in Charleston? Oh, well, now we missed it. Okay, there you go, Liz. Has anyone tried a clean key? So that's what that's called.
That's what this is called.
They have all kinds of names for it, but yes, and we have used it. I mean, we truly have used it several times. Elevators, especially. Because Mark said Scorpio Sue cracked him up. She said, "I'm here all night. Tip your waitress." Okay, Kathy's asking what a clean key is. So Kathy, hopefully we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Lisa wants to know what a clean key is. Now she knows. Trader Joe's was lining people up to let them in the store. Yeah. So Walmart was, like I said, they were, I don't know if they were, there was I remember seeing a sign saying whatever the number of people they would let in. So I guess they were keeping count.
I guess they were keeping count, which is good. I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's good.
Yeah. Buggy. I wondered, Nick Peterson, I wondered if anybody else was going to catch that when I said it. I caught myself. Yes. Buggy.
See, I didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, she's used to it. That's what we call them in the South. They're buggies. They're buggies. And she laughs at that.
I do. Because we just call them a cart.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but yes. I thought about it after I said it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to get made fun of for that one. Yes, Nick, in the South, they're buggies.
They're buggies. They are.
That's just what we call them. So, but yes, a shopping cart. I don't know.
Buggy.
Yeah, buggy. It's a buggy. Michelle was telling Liz they were talking about getting them. I mean, look, I think I ordered a 4-pack on Amazon for like, I don't know, $9 or maybe $12. I don't know. I mean, it was not expensive, and we have used it.
Yeah, it's come in handy because you just don't realize how many things you punch with your
touch.
Finger
yeah,
and, doors opening doors.
Because I was doing this with my elbow trying to hit the elevator, and you hit like 5 floors at once. At least I do, because my elbow's kind of big. But anyway, just throwing that out there. That makes it easier. Hey Darian, how are you? Let's see. Put mask in the merchandise. Yeah. Mask in the merchandise shop. We will have about 10 with us, an extra set of the throwaway hospital mask stuff. Yeah, and so we also we have several with us, Mark. I have some that you can put the oh my goodness. Sorry guys, had to jump. Again. Had to jump. Where are we?
don't know. We
We're
made a big jump.
Oh my gosh. Where are we? I'm sorry, y'all.
We're trying to find out where we are.
Wait, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so we have a couple of masks that have a space like where you can put an extra like filter in it, and we do have some of those filters. We have some just cotton ones that like aren't adjustable, some that are, and then we actually do have some of the disposable hospital ones too. And I mean, you see
all kinds,
every style out there.
Yeah.
I mean, just
some
every
people are
style.
getting fancy with them now,
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on, what's comfortable, I think. Let's see. Jocelyn is watching with me now, so she is here too. I clicked the like with Simply Jocelyn and Walter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate all the likes we can get. Laura's saying we're good. Decided to get out of my head for a while, so good. Lori Sims, hello. How are you?
Yes, Mark, you know the jump.
Yes. And Eliz is telling El Janine so that's my sister, Eliz. I don't know why she just didn't know what it was called.
She's helped us use it.
But she's being nice though. So she's here. We just banned her to the other room because Darian said he loves Bojangles. Had some yesterday.
I've never had Bojangles.
What?
Why am I just
not learning this?
I think I've said that before. Like if we've passed them or something. Do you
want Bojangles? They have Bojangles here.
I've never had Bojangles.
I'll buy you Bojangles if you want Bojangles.
Maybe they'll have the pimento. And I could show you all what it looks like.
There you go. Our food video from the Outer Banks. Bojangles with pimento cheese on it.
I get lots of views.
We could try it. Michelle says she packed her suitcase yesterday, getting her hair done tomorrow, hitting the road Saturday. So I know you can't tell because with this rain, my hair just does what it wants, which is why we're both of ours.
Yeah, but I got mine chopped.
But she got probably this much chopped, and I got probably this much chopped. But you can't tell in the hats and the weather. But it's exciting to get your hair cut for the first time in 3 months or however long it's been.
I don't think I ever really appreciated getting my hair cut till I couldn't.
Right. Right.
And then I felt like a whole new person.
Yep. So, Michelle, I know you're doing, I think it's, and I may have this wrong, is it a 3-week U.S. road trip? I know part of it you're camping. So tell us where all you're going, because I don't remember. National parks, I think, but I don't know where else or which national parks. I mean, if you're starting California, I'm assuming you're doing more of the out west stuff. But anyway, just remind us where all you're going. Since we're living vicariously through you, ladies, what's the best food you've had so far? So the best food on this trip was in Charleston, and it was actually at a place called Eli's Table, which is literally right around the corner from Poogan's Porch. We went for brunch, and I had like crab, eggs Benedict, and Tracey had
chicken and waffles.
And tell them about that.
And the chicken and waffles, well, the waffle was a sweet potato waffle. It wasn't like a normal, it was a sweet potato waffle.
Which apparently is a big thing in Charleston. We saw that a lot, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, we didn't know that. But oh my goodness. And then, of course, came with a big old honking piece of chicken. And
fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken. And their syrup that they poured over it was like a bacon, maple. There was another word. I can't remember. Anyway, I mean,
the syrup actually had chunks of bacon
in it. And then the sweet potato waffle and
of course the butter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had a cinnamon butter that came with it. I mean, fattening is all get out, but oh my goodness. I mean, I was kind of skeptical about the sweet potato waffle because I like waffles actually more than pancakes. So I was excited, and then I'm like, well, I don't know about the sweet potato, but I've never had a waffle like that That's probably the best waffle I've ever had.
Yeah, and then the crab cakes that I had were on the eggs Benedict were just fantastic. I mean, everything was great. And then we were talking to the manager, and his dad had gone to school in Nashville and whatever. And so we've eaten all this stuff.
Well,
and
we couldn't eat it all.
Yeah, couldn't even finish our plate. And I guess they're famous for their beignets. And they sent over an order of, fresh, hot, piping hot beignets with
a berry sauce that they make in-house.
Oh my gosh.
And it wasn't real sweet. It wasn't real tart. It was just,
it was, and so we're like, well, they sent it to us, so we can't not eat them.
Yeah, we got to eat them.
But we didn't eat all of them.
We didn't eat all of them, no.
But honestly, on this trip, that's probably the best that we've had. But Charleston is full of fantastic food, and I expect Savannah to be the same way. But that really, of all the, and like I said, it's right around the corner from Poogan's Porch. So if anybody ever goes to Savannah or knows Savannah, it's almost across the street from the Circular Congregation Church. So it's right there in the historic district, and they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so they're open pretty much all the time.
We were actually going to try and go back for dinner, but we didn't make it back.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, I think that's when we went to Shem Creek and had the. So that's probably the best meal we've had on this one so far, Scorpio Sue, and there is a video of it. So
yes.
So hang
not
tight.
out yet, but
hang tight. Yeah. Okay, Ryan. Sorry, I know was 30 minutes ago, but we'll see you later. Gosh, we're way behind.
Yeah, we
here.
are. We need to speed it up.
Okay, they're all saying
United is not blocking middle seats.
Interesting. Lori Sims is saying yes to coffee. Nick is saying middle seats blocked off with American. That's good. They sanitize all the balls that are doing 50% capacity. Okay. So
so they're spacing out.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like Melinda when it comes to peanut butter, chocolate, and caramel. Oh, yeah. Caramel's my favorite.
Yeah. Thomas is the king of chocolate, but no nuts.
Okay.
Well,
I like some. Paul Tipton saying I could shower that hand sanitizer bottle.
She probably would.
Yeah.
She would try it.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
Mark is talking about trying to be a nice husband. Brilliant But Blue. So Brilliant But Blue is, I believe, in New Zealand. And are you related to Thomas and Sheena or just a fan of theirs? I don't know. Either way, if I have that right, you're in New Zealand and somehow connected to them. So thanks for joining us. Rayleigh, hey, how are you? Hi, Blaine, what's going on? Would we have seen you on ESPN on the PBA talking about?
Are you talking about me or are you talking about
Eric?
Because me, no.
She's pretty good.
Well, I used to be decent.
She's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty good.
My average was around 182. So there you go.
Yeah. Lori Sims. They're talking about peanut butter eggs.
Oh, Mr. Means is a lefty.
Oh, there you go. There you go. See, Derek, isn't the world built for right-handed people? CIA, like the lefties, got to like baseball. There you go. Yeah. Ordering now. Maybe he's talking about gloves.
Yeah.
YouTube bowling channels help me a lot. Improve my average every year. Interesting.
Yeah. They do. They do.
So my daughter bowled in high school as well.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually went to past state.
Yes.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
She was not the best on the team, but she was on the team.
That's right. She participated.
Well. So, let's see. Mark Finley's a lefty too.
Well, look at there.
See, everything else he does right-handed. There you go. They market as the disinfectant is produced in China. Also, I sold by the by the market. No 409.
No 409.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
So Eric was able to watch Blaine and then
Yeah.
us. There you go. So left-footed. I'm definitely left-footed, Liz. I was reading that. Interesting. You and Melinda say
she's
that because
left-footed.
yeah.
You can imagine how her driving is.
That's the real reason Trace drove the RV. No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting. But you know what? I wonder. I think that Mark and I are both maybe have a few years on Derek, and I wonder if things have changed more for left-handed people. Like if there's, I don't know, but for me growing up, I can definitely tell you that you pretty much had to learn to do everything with something made for right-handed people. Mm-hmm. So, and things you don't think about. So anyway, Jonathan McBourne. Oh, that's funny.
Hey, Megan.
Hey, Megan, how are you? Bought one similar. I like it. Worth it. I don't know if we're talking about the key. So United decided to fill every seat and most everyone else is blocking the middle seat. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan A. There you go. Talking about driving. Alan A. says he's been impressed with Tracy's driving skills. Yeah, Alan, it's interesting and nerve-wracking initially.
Yeah, when you first start doing it, it's a little overwhelming and definitely nerve-wracking. And, you know, as far as, like we said in the video, you hear a lot of rattles and you don't know where it's coming from. And, you know, you'll be driving down the road and something might fall off and you're like, you know, freaking out. What was that? But just take a lot of plastic and
plastic stuff. So it doesn't bother you.
But yeah, I mean, as far as the driving itself, it's, you know, it's okay once you get used to it. It really is. I mean, it's just kind of like, and then when you get back in an actual car,
oh yeah,
you feel like you have wide turns. I'm like, oh, I don't have to do that, you know. So, but thank you.
Yeah, she did an excellent job in the RV. That's for the most
part. I only hit one curb that I remember, and that was we were trying to pull into Cracker Barrel. And it was our first trip in the RV, and I cut it and hit the curb, and the back end kind of went up. We went bumping it, but you know, hey, you know, whatever. You live and learn.
It happens. Well, now we did have to like stop and unhook the Jeep one time because we were blocking the.
Well, yeah, but that was at one of those little tiny gas stations,
and we thought we could make it, and then we didn't, and you know, we pulled the Jeep, so we had to like stop, unhook the Jeep.
When we ended up in the Poconos.
Yeah, that was an interesting trip. Yeah. All right, so Thomas says he has contactless. I think he's talking about cards. Everybody's saying hello to Megan. Lori Sims has tap to pay, no touch. Yes. Mark's with me on the Apple thing. Yeah, I just don't want them having access to any more. Not that they don't have access to everything anyway, but I just But yeah, the tap to pay cards are really, really nice. And Thomas says much more common in the UK. They absolutely are, Thomas. And that's why wasn't something we thought about a lot here until this.
But I think because of COVID and all this going on, there's a lot more that have it now. I've noticed. Because a lot of times they'll say they have it, but they'll say, oh, that doesn't work. You have to insert it or slide it. But you know, a lot of places we stopped on this trip.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it worked, so.
Yeah. Looks like I'll be using, only has medium gloves that we can get in time. Yeah, well. Hey, baggies will work.
Yeah, baggies, plastic.
Yeah, if you've got the Walmart, Kroger, whatever kind of bags.
Yep.
I didn't even had to tap pay on my card until I was in Europe. Oh. There you go. Yeah. Didn't even know.
Yeah, they encourage it in Europe.
Absolutely.
Like, you know.
Yeah. Thomas says he uses Apple Wallet routinely. I mean, Thomas, I think it's just a personal choice. Too much of your stuff out there, I think, is just not great. Okay, so Brilliant Blue is in Australia and it's tap and pay. Limited places take cash. Okay. That's a great point. Actually, some of the places we were talking about things on the trip, there were a few places who were not taking any cash at all. That one museum wouldn't, and
unless you had exact cash.
Yeah. So that's the other thing is that make sure whatever card you're using, you've got it cleared out and enough room to do everything you want to do on. If you're somebody who normally pays in cash, that may not be
an option.
And right now, I mean, none of us really probably want a lot of cash that you don't know who's touched laying around anyway. So we in fact didn't bring. We brought zero cash with us, and then we finally went to the ATM and got just a little bit just to have it. But we're doing everything on cards.
Yeah.
But we normally do the majority of that anyway, just for points. So bad weather days always part of a beach vacation. It is, Mark, but we're flipping that. We have one good day all week from what the weather says right now. Now who knows?
Yeah, hopefully it'll change.
Yep. Lori says she used gloves when she was at Costco. Gas to fill up first time since February. Yep. Chilly indeed. Yes. Nick, I've had my Google Pay read by mistake at London King last year, so charged for a train I never took. Oh, yeah. So took it off of NFC feature on my phone when it isn't used. That's a great idea, Nick. I mean, just another reason to kind of be cautious. Thomas said he was thinking of Chicago. Are you thinking of that for a trip? To go to Chicago, Thomas?
Yeah, we got a little behind. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we missed some of the conversation.
Hey, Mr. Blonde.
Hey, Gabe, how are you? Good to see you. We haven't seen you in a little while. Thomas, if you're thinking about going to Chicago, of course, I know you're in Illinois, but I don't know what Chicago's like, although Liz did say they went to an outdoor restaurant, so it definitely sounds like it's opened up more for them, so that's good. Nick is asking if Bojangles is similar to KFC. I don't know if anybody's going to answer. Bojangles to KFC is Culver's to McDonald's. Yeah, I'm not a huge Bojangles fan. I'm not a huge necessarily fast food fan.
No.
So I couldn't, but I think that Bojangles is, I would not say that it's really similar to KFC. I mean,
no, I've never had it.
We'll be going to Bojangles tomorrow, just so you guys know. So we're all clear on that message there. We'll be going. Anyway. Okay, Mr. Blonde, what have I missed? A lot. Gabe, where have you been? Alabama taco, pimento cheese, and pork rinds. Yep. It was on. Oh, was it really?
Oh.
We missed that.
Gals are in a bad storm. Lots of mass traffic. Thanks for summing it up there, Mark.
Pretty quick. United is filling. So Liz and Eric are talking about United. It's filling middle seats and alerting folks when the flight is getting full that they can change flights. Interesting. Are they allowing them to change like with no fee, Liz? Sorry, I know we're behind. More Southern style crust and the biscuits. Yeah, I'd say the biscuits are the big thing. I agree with that, Mark. Nick is the biscuits at Bojangles. Pimento cheese, not here. Okay, so in Illinois, it must not be a thing. And
Minnesota.
Yeah. Okay, so it is definitely. Yeah. But Scorpio Sue says by specialty cheeses. Homemade, I love I love sharp cheese. This one does not at all. So it's a little bit of an issue, but I'm with you, Scorpio Sue. Terry didn't like pimento cheese until she made it with Duke's and fresh shredded cheese. Right. That's a big, big difference, Mark. Finley.
And Jocelyn will be happy to know that we bought some Duke's mayonnaise.
We did.
Here in the Outer Banks.
We did.
So we will be eating Duke's.
We will. Mr. Blonde saying Portillo's I've heard is great, especially the choc cake shake. Nick's telling us how to say Portillo's. I know how to spell it. I just couldn't couldn't get it out. Portillo's to McDonald's would be a better way to look at it. That's probably true. If you're looking for gloves, sometimes plumbing wholesalers may have some. Interesting. I've eaten mayo in the last month that I haven't eaten more because of Duke's. Yep. Walmart is using iPads to keep count of people in and out. I didn't see an iPad today, Thomas, but that doesn't mean there wasn't one there. I just didn't remember. I'd only had a partial cup of crappy coffee when I went in there. So it's very possible there was an iPad there. I was just focused on the coffee pot.
Yeah.
Pepsi is better than Coke.
Pepsi, the pride of the Carolinas. Well, actually, that is true, Mr. Blonde, because her sister drinks Pepsi, prefers Pepsi over Coke, and we got Pepsi at the store, a 2-liter, and on it says the pride of the Carolinas.
Well, good for you, Mr. Blonde. You know way more than I do because I don't drink Pepsi.
I'd much rather drink Pepsi.
She likes Pepsi. I like any Coke products better, but that's just,
Yeah.
Paul Tipton, spiced cheddar cheese to try from a supermarket.
Red and green chili peppers.
Oh, you love that.
Ooh, I'd love that.
Is that like hot pepper jack? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Here we go
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I know people are leaving and we're not even. Okay, here we go. Da, 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 da. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. I have no idea that we're that far behind. There we go. Coke. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Definitely a buggy. Eric Brown. Thank you, Eric. See, he's in Louisiana.
Okay.
You do need Bojangles, Nick. Coke, the pride of Georgia. That's right, Thomas. Love my Diet Coke. All right, Michelle Clean Keys. There you go. Filter Mask, Lori, Iron Brew. Oh,
I loved it. I loved Iron Brew, Paul.
Yeah, she did. When we went to Scotland,
soda.
They had some in our mini bar that were actually complimentary at the hotel we were staying at when we were trying to get home. And yeah, Trace loved it.
Yeah.
I liked it okay, but I usually drink that drink, so it was a little sweet for me.
It reminded me of, even though it wasn't red, but it reminded me of the red cream soda. If you've ever had red cream soda.
But I think isn't Paul in the UK? Is that right? Or am I wrong on that? I don't remember. I may be getting him confused. Thomas says he has a couple of washable ones for mask if you can't wear them. We knocked those back. Yeah, so Walter's World likes Iron Brew too. We need a video on the pimento. Yes.
I'll see what I can do if they have the pimento.
I'll just do a quick story and put it up on the superhero group.
Me eating.
Bojangles will be a whole video. That's right, too. I agree about getting hair scalped. I had a bottle today of Iron Brew. Yeah, so I think Paul is definitely in the UK.
Okay.
We missed Cookout while in North Carolina. Curious about that one. Talking about restaurants. We'll be at Bojangles in a month. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Laura. 20 minutes late.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Goodbye. See you Wednesday. Absolutely. What is the one UK sweet candy that has made it over to the US?
I don't know, but when I was in Scotland,
but what about the UK? He's talking about UK.
UK.
Well, Scotland is part of the UK. Never mind.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
I'm thinking.
See, you're screwing me up.
I'm thinking Ireland. I don't know why Ireland in my head.
I was in Scotland, and there, some people may be like, bleh. But I found the swishies in Scotland.
Squishies.
Something. Anyway,
they look like.
eraser. This was bubblegum flavor, and they look like the pink and blue erasers.
Yeah, that we had, you had in school. Well, some of us who were older had them in school.
Yeah.
And wow.
Oh, but you can't get them here in the U.S. But
You can
that
order them
doesn't
on
answer your
Amazon for like
question,
$50. We don't
Yeah.
know, Gabe. I don't know what's here.
I
Because we're
don't
not
either. Of
necessarily.
course, maybe somebody answered. We're
Yeah.
taking too long.
Yeah. Coworker in the South told me to avoid Cookout. It sucks in his opinion. Cookout's actually pretty good, Nick. We've got some around Nashville, and they're pretty good. Any seafood in the coastal South is the best. I agree. Did you say fried chicken? Oh yeah, bacon. Trace, you're killing me.
Oh, it was awesome, Mark.
It was. They have Cheerwine on tap. Hey, Mark Finley, Carrie has Cheerwine on tap as well at his barbecue restaurant. He's got a partnership with them.
Yep.
He actually does a drink with Cheerwine and his bourbon. So yeah. Oh, Megan's been to Eli's table. There you go.
Yes, it was very yummy.
Awesome.
Like I said, we were just there for brunch, but oh my.
It was yummy. All right, so Nick's telling Gabe Hershey's has a license with Cadbury to make their UK chocolate here in the US. Okay. So Nick knows way more about that than I do. I'd own a franchise if they did that type of thing.
Bojangles maybe, or
I don't know if Mark's talking about Bojangles or if he's talking about Cookout.
Cookout? Yeah, we don't know. We
never had Cheerwine. Where did you have the sweet tea for the first time, Scorpio Sue?
Yeah.
Well, dang, it was sweet. That is so funny because if I order sweet tea at Indy, I'm like,
this is not
sweet tea at all. And I don't order it that often, but when I do, it's I would much rather get it, somewhere in the South. So
yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
if it's going to be sweet
difference
tea, it has
between
to
the
be
Cracker Barrels.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you order Cracker Barrel up north, sweet tea at Cracker Barrel, it's not as sweet as the sweet tea down south.
No. Mark is saying all the food talk is making us not like you very much right now.
He keeps getting mad at us.
I
He
know.
even commented on Facebook about
being
mad at us.
All right, Michelle, Vegas, Zion, Bryce Canyon, Salt Lake City, Jackson, Yellowstone, Deadwood. Wow. That is a big trip.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were doing 3 weeks, but that's a lot.
Yeah. A lot of those are actually on our list too. Some of them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been to Vegas.
We've been to a few, but in Texas and Mesa, but we haven't been to Yellowstone or Jackson or Mount Rushmore. Those may be part of our fall trip. That's super exciting. So, Michelle, that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Are you guys, I know you talked about camping some, like, are you camping in all of this? Or how's that working out? I'm just curious, like, if you got reservations in the national parks, how hard that was to do, if they're getting full or what that's looking like. Savannah will be the same way. When are you all in Savannah? So we'll probably see you. We leave here next Sunday. And we get to Savannah a week from tomorrow. We'll be in Savannah and we're there until that Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Whatever those dates are.
Yeah.
We're there basically the week before. Here.
She's gonna look and see.
I don't ever know what day it is.
But I'll keep going.
Yeah, you want to keep
Thomas, I always associate beignets with New Orleans. Yeah, actually, I've never actually been to New Orleans. I've been through it, but I've never been to it. And I know that she has, and she talks about the beignets in New Orleans. And so, but then they brought them out for free, and why not? But oh my gosh, if New Orleans is better than the ones we had at Eli's table, then I'm up for it.
Yeah. Mark Walters, we will be in Savannah, June 23rd through June 28th or 9th. So
there you go.
If there's a chance You guys are going to be around. We would love to see you. Cadbury used to be even better before Kraft Industries purchased Crafts. I think if you mean craft like our craft, I don't know. Yeah. Scorpio Sue they're telling Scorpio Sue what Cheerwine is like. Still no haircut until July 4th unless things change. Yeah, so Paul is in the UK. I thought so.
Yeah.
I think Paul may actually be a redhead too, if I'm not mistaken. I could be
there you
getting
go.
confused with somebody, but I think
Is he
so.
left-handed?
I don't know,
Does
Paul.
he
Are
have
you
blue
left-handed?
eyes?
He might.
Is he a Leo?
He might be. World Market has some stuff like air. That's right. I forgot about that, Scorpio. So, we don't go to World Market that often. We probably should.
We should.
But then we'd end up buying food that we really don't need.
Yeah, but those bubblegum squishies or squashies or what? Oh my gosh.
Yes. Aero bars are really good, Thomas. I think
Yes.
we've talked about that before. Life is tough for us lefties, Derek. One day I hope to be on ESPN. I have a 194 average.
Nice.
Most pros are around 230. There you go.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. What are the female pros around?
I don't know. They're probably a little lower. But some of them bowl better than the men.
But that's true.
I mean,
some of them actually bowl in the men's tournaments.
Yeah.
All right, Mark Finley says, just got an email from Hilton, said they are closing all New York City hotels until October. Yeah, that's not surprising. Yeah. We were actually supposed to go at Christmas time this year, Mark, with some friends, and when all this hit.
Well, between Christmas and
Thanksgiving and Christmas. To see the Christmas markets with some friends, and when all this hit, and New York, of course, is the epicenter. They wanted to cancel, so we went ahead and canceled because I was afraid that we would get to a point where it was going to come back there pretty bad. More leaders are left-handed. There you go. Yeah, Flake 99. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about Flake, and I think Michelle said, or somebody said something about it on ice cream. Oh, Mr. Blonde. Flake is great with ice cream. I don't know. They were talking about that.
Flake must be
like some kind of topping.
Is that the chocolate bar that they always stick in the ice cream? All over. I know they do it in Ireland. Is that what y'all are talking about? Nick Peterson says, if I tried to write with my left hand, it would look like Child's handwriting.
Mine would be like chicken scratches.
You should see me trying to write with my right hand. We have not had any trouble finding hotels. Thank goodness. Good, Michelle. I'm glad to hear that. A lot of U.S. presidents were left-handed. That is very, very true, Mr. Blonde. Matthew Duncan has asked 3 times if we got inspired by Karen Nate. They were certainly some that were. They're from Nashville like we were, and we watch them. But Walter's World was a big one for us. Karen Nate, Endless Adventure, King in It, Travel Beans, at the time, The Way Away, we watched Flying the Nest, Chasing a Plate. Yeah, so there's a lot of them, Matthew, that we've watched that got us there.
Yeah.
Blaine, and I know, when I saw you pop up, it hit me that I had not responded to you. We've already done Charleston, but we're going to be in Savannah starting the
23rd
through the 29th. We'll be in Savannah. So if you want to DM me, we can see if we can find a time to meet up. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I apologize because I saw you pop up and I thought, oh my gosh, I forgot to respond. So sorry. It got a little hectic. Have we noticed, Megan wants to know if we've noticed any extra police checkpoints when driving through state borders? No, we haven't. We did not notice that. I will tell you guys, he's not on here. Eric, that's in the superheroes group, I know had been in Charleston right before us, and we had gone back and forth on the Facebook group. Of course, we got to Charleston after some of the protests had happened, and so there were it was kind of a double whammy for some of these smaller shops that they were closed up or boarded up because of the protests and being afraid of, getting broken into. So a lot of the shops were closing earlier in Charleston than normal. Part of it could have just been because there are not as many people because of COVID, but I think part of it was also because of the protests that had taken place, and there had been some looting and so forth going on the week before. And so we did notice at night, the daytime was fine, but as it got nighttime,
the cops came out
there
more.
were police everywhere in Charleston, like literally every corner. So that was, in Charleston. And of course, the historic district is more downtown. I mean, here at the beach, we haven't seen anything like that. I don't know what it'll be like in Savannah, but in Charleston, we did see there were quite a few shops that were boarded up, but they were open. So you just had to kind of look. You couldn't assume they were closed. If they were open, they would just have the door open so you could see that you could go in, but the windows were all blocked off. So we did see some fallout from that, unfortunately. Yeah. But no, as far as checkpoints or anything like that, it's funny you asked that, Megan, because I think the night before after we picked up my sister, we stopped overnight on the way, and I was looking at the map, and it had like a spot on it, and it said COVID checkpoint. And I was like, I started flipping out because I knew that Dare County, which is where we are, had opened up to tourists. And I thought, oh my gosh,
we're gonna have
they decided to shut it back down? What's going on? Are we not going to be able to get there? And our condo's non-refundable. But I guess it just hadn't been removed from the map, and there was no checkpoint or anything like that. Yeah. So, where we've traveled in the South, we haven't seen it. Now, I don't know, like in New England and some of the other places where they are, like Maine, I think is still requiring anybody to go in to quarantine for 14 days. You may see that, but around the South, Megan, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no.
And we drove from Indy. We drove through, obviously, Indy, Kentucky,
Tennessee.
And part of it, we went around Cincinnati. So
yeah.
Part of Ohio, North Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
And then back to North Carolina.
And then back. And we haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah.
So, oh, Mr. Blonde's like, wait, we're in North Carolina right now.
North Carolina.
Lake Michigan can get bad waves, is what Thomas is saying. Yeah, okay. That's probably, I've just never thought about it.
Yeah.
Still not a ton open in Chicago. I wouldn't recommend it for travelers yet. Much more comfortable going to Indianapolis than Chicago right now. Yeah, Thomas, I would totally agree with that. Oh, sorry, Paul. We missed you. Good night.
Oh,
EG in the house. He's probably left us by now.
He probably has.
What's going on, Eddie Gadsey? How are you? We're going to be in Nashville the week before the 4th. If you're not at the beach, we need to meet up. Raising Cane's over Bojangles, KFC. Cane's actually started here in Baton Rouge. I've seen those, Eric. I know there's some in Nashville, but we've never been there.
Mm-mm.
And you may like it because
is it
spicy? I think it's spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah, Trace is all about it, not me. Back, looks like everyone's still here. We
Hi,
are
Ryan.
here,
We're still
Ryan.
here.
We're still behind.
Yeah.
Raising Cane's is legit. For me, it's Bojangles biscuits. Yeah, the biscuits are the big thing. You bought Duke's. We did. Scorpio Sue saying Raising Cane's by them in Illinois. Delicious. Go-to place for chicken. How's it looking up there for our trip next month? Yeah, because I think Ryan is in somewhere in Mass. I don't remember. Is it Quincy? I don't know. Somewhere up there. Cane's is very popular in Kentucky, but I don't like the one sauce they have. Wish they had more sauce choices. Interesting. Michelle says Portillo's by her, and she loves it.
Yeah, we have one close to us too.
And Gabe's laughing at something. Texas Pete hot sauce. Yeah, Trace loves hot sauce. Anything. And that hot sauce we had with with the pimento cheese and
It was
pork
like a
rinds.
pineapple hot sauce. Well, I didn't taste any pineapple. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, when she
And a little
took,
dabble, do
she
you?
took just a little tiny bit, and when she says, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to smell it. It would probably just tear me up to smell it. So, sauce, lemonade, and toast more than chicken, but it's good too. It came, so that's funny. Unite in my understanding. You could change for no fee to another later flight if you don't feel comfortable. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
How would you ever?
You just
never
keep
be
hopping
guaranteed.
planes?
Yeah. For you, we are now in week 2. So far, so good. Oh, talking about Market for Ryan doing that. Gabe's still there. Go there and buy the sauce, the cups, and eat other food with it. Nick, hey Nick, how are you? How's you're in upstate New York, I think, right? How are things up there?
Mr. Blonde, I bet Iron Brew is good with alcohol.
I bet it is.
I didn't get to try it, but I bet it would be good.
Pretty sure Paul is from the UK. I bet it would be. What would you mix it with? Vodka?
I don't know.
That'd be a vodka thing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing Mark Finley. Ryan is talking about JFK UMass Station. So they're talking about
Cadbury chocolate with caramel in it.
Oh
my goodness. Yes.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yes. But I had chicken and waffles.
The UK Mars bar, that is true. Liz, we did have squashies. So Gabe said squashies.
Squashies. Oh, we can't get them here unless you want to pay. You know.
Oh, it was like $8 a bag when they're like $1 over there.
Yeah.
Canada has the UK Mars bar. Okay. It's really good, even deep fried. Most UK have it because it's very saturated and the ad spend, top brands are insanely high. Well, and the other thing, Liz, is, our stuff is so much sweeter.
Yeah.
How well would it go over? I personally liked it better.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Carolina Beach at the Settler. Yeah, Scorpio Sue. I know. Actually, it's funny. I told you that we stopped on the way and I looked to see if we could get a place there and they were all booked up. But Trace and I have been to Carolina Beach before and really, really enjoyed it. My daughter was with us and it was the last time we were on our way up here. Because I picked you up at the airport in Atlanta and we went to Carolina Beach. My daughter actually went to look at this before when she was still in high school. She looked at UNC Wilmington, and then we spent a couple of days at Carolina Beach and then came up here. So it's been a few years, but we really liked it. Nick is talking about Southern sweet tea. Supposed to be in the South. That's right. It's very different. Yep. And if you go to a restaurant and you ask for sweet tea and they say, "Oh, I can give you some sugar," don't even waste your time. It's just never going to be the same.
No, some of those places have the liquid sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I mean, it's better than it is better than the granular.
I don't know.
Okay.
No.
Mark Walters has been stuck in Illinois for 3 months. All that tasty food talk is torture. I don't hate you. I'm just really, really jealous. Time to bust out, Mark, Thomas says.
Yeah.
Love the beignets in New Orleans. Yeah. Just finished homemade tacos for dinner. That sounds pretty good. We haven't had Mexican in a while.
No, we haven't.
Trailer Park Restaurant in Savannah. They do a low country. Oh, on flatbread.
Ooh. We'll have to remember that.
Yeah. Well, we will definitely.
Trailer Park Restaurant. Okay.
We can remember that. Yeah, it is a chocolate bar. Flake is the chocolate bar. Okay, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That always cracks us up that they always serve it with I don't know. It's funny.
It's good.
It cracks me up too. Like every store pretty much you go to in Ireland and most of the UK, they all have soft serve ice cream.
Yeah.
Like everywhere. And we don't have soft serve ice cream everywhere like that.
Actually,
which I love soft serve ice cream.
She does. We actually went looking for soft serve ice cream in Charleston while we were there.
We found it.
We did find it.
Mora, which is a
Seattle.
chain out of Seattle, but it was really, really good.
Really good. Yeah.
It was really good. National parks are not doing camping lodging. Okay. Mostly hotels, KOA and Yellowstone and Cody. Okay.
And then family in Mesa.
Gotcha.
Texas.
So are you saying national parks aren't allowing camping and lodging, or you're just not doing it? I think you're saying they're not allowing it.
Yeah.
Crunchy bars. I haven't had a crunchy bar. Everybody in Ireland hasn't had that.
Mm-hmm.
Blaine says Savannah's closer. Message me. That'll be great. Indigo Traveler is a travel YouTube I like. Yes, we watch Indigo Traveler as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ash from the Way. Yes, Thomas, she does. Ashley, we've talked to Ashley several times, and we actually did a live stream with her on her Instagram a while back, and so yeah, we've talked to Ash quite a bit, and she seems to be doing okay. Nick has been in New England. He's been to Mass, Vermont, and there were no COVID checkpoints. Interesting.
Yeah.
And you're coming out of New York, right, Nick? Eddie Gadsey's still there, and he said, great. And I just lost it.
Jumped again.
There it is. Yeah. So, EG, if you're still here, I will definitely text you and let you know, because we need to catch up for sure. Mark's going to watch some TV. Yep. See you on Wednesday for sure. Oh, Raising Cane's is not spicy, but the sauce kind of okay.
We need to try even better.
Oh, Mr. Blonde's saying you should do the spicy noodle challenge if you haven't already, like Mark. Mark and was it Liam? I don't remember which son. I think it's Liam. Which ones? They did the spicy noodle challenge. We'll look it up.
Yeah.
She might do it, Mr. Blonde. Don't put it past her. She has a mini crunchies. Bought a bag of mini crunchies in the Dublin airport to bring home with her.
We'll have to.
We need to check out mini crunchies. Later, team, need to go get some work done. Bye, Mark. See you later. Yeah, we're getting ready to get off here too. Do you watch First We Feast? No. Sauce Wings. Celebrities will answer. We'll have to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Trace will like that one.
Yeah.
Syracuse, but been breaking quarantine. Saratoga. Okay. I'm actually in Saratoga. You know, we've never been to Saratoga. And that whole area is on our list, Nick. So how are things? I mean, obviously I know it's different than the city, but how are things in Syracuse and further up? I mean, are you guys seeing a second wave coming, or what's going on? Yeah, just let us know. I'm just curious. Megan saying, have you been to Brew Through or Duck's Donuts? Not yet. We just got here. We saw the Brew Through last night, but we were just trying to get in and beat the rain.
Yeah.
And Duck Donuts is on our list. So we have it. But yes, I agree. Those are definitely musts up here. And we'll probably do the there's a couple of locations for Duck Donuts now, but we'll probably do the one that I believe is the original one that's up on the boardwalk in Duck. We'll probably do that when we head up to see the horses, whatever day we're able to do that. So yeah, definitely.
Liz.
Have you seen any wild horses?
Not yet.
Not yet. We just got in last night. So
yes, the college rivalries here in North Carolina are big.
Yeah. They are. NC State versus UNC. Yeah. Oh, Nick says he worked at McDonald's when he lived in Orlando, and we only had unsweetened tea. And just about every customer from the South would say that to me in response to suggesting the sugar packets. It's just not the same. It just doesn't work. I love soft serve ice cream, especially from Carvel, however you say it. I know that chain, Nick. Grew up right next door to one in Queens. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, I love soft serve.
Yeah,
I really do. Do you think open air malls or offices are still going to be a thing or not?
You know, it's hard to tell. I mean, right now, everything's just so up in the air that, you know, and unfortunately, a lot of these businesses are going under because... Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I really thought that I don't know. I don't know, Gabe. It's going to be interesting to see. It's hard for them to expand because they don't have a lot of. They don't have a lot of.
Only ones who really know.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
What time is the Simply Jocelyn live stream? I think it's at 8 Central, Megan.
Yeah,
9. I think it's the same time. I think it's 9 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, Katie Smith, we've probably missed you, but good night. Thank you. Things are fine up here, Saratoga, which has been one of the least affected areas. That's good to know. That's good to know. Would recommend Saratoga, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we know it's the horses, but I heard it's a pretty cool town to see. Right, and it was an old sort of resort town or whatever back at, I don't know, maybe it still is, but it's been on our list for sure. Scorpio Sue's tell Mr. Blonde's malls are open, but a lot of companies realize they're more productive at home. My boss's daughter-in-law's office is not reopening, strictly work at home. Pakistan loves tea with lots of sugar. You should also try Kashmiri chai. It's pink.
Okay.
Is that something we can get here?
Yeah.
Pakistan tea. Huh. Pakistan tea. We'll have to try it. We'll have to see if we can find it. All right. Good night, Katie Smith.
Yep.
Oh, she's means to travel. Good night. So I think, unless anybody has any more questions, I think we're going to go, because we've been on here longer than we intended for sure. But
which is okay.
Yeah. So anyway, bottom line is, if anybody is traveling, just, mask up, or at least have a mask with you, because you may not be able to get in some places.
Hand sanitizer.
Clean key if you can get one. Gloves or plastic bags.
Yeah.
And
especially for gas.
Yeah. And then if you're going to be somewhere that doesn't provide toilet paper, paper towels, whatever, try and bring some. So, all right. Thanks, Thomas. You too. Glad you're feeling better. And maybe next time you break out to Indy and we're there, we can meet up. That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Megan, thank you. We hope the weather improves as well.
Yeah.
We will definitely eat well. Scorpio Sue. I don't miss many meals, in case you can't tell. So I think we'll be all right there. It was great to catch up too, Liz. And hopefully we will see you guys on your next live stream, depending on where we are.
Yeah.
And Mr. Blonde, we're going to end it now, but you did miss a live stream last week, but we've got one Wednesday night on on Jocelyn's channel.
Yeah,
so
Jocelyn, Simply Jocelyn.
At the same time as normal on Wednesday nights. All right, Lori, see you later.
Yep.
Nick, I think that's a great idea. We're doing it as well. So, I think wear a mask when you can. It can't hurt anything. So, all right, guys, thank you all so much for joining us.
Yes,
we appreciate it. And I don't think we'll be able to do one next week because we'll be kind of en route, but hopefully the week after that. But we'll let you know.
Just keep
as soon as we can, and we'll see you guys on Jocelyn's channel. For most of you, we'll see you Wednesday night. Mr. Blonde, this week is on Jocelyn's channel. Last week was on Mark's. All right. See y'all later. Mark, have fun. Nick, have fun on Cape Cod. See ya.
Bye.